What is up, guys? Welcome back to another video. But before we get started with the guide, this video is sponsored by Ubisoft. Ubisoft allowed me to get early access to Blackbriar, so I can bring you guys this guide just a tad bit early. Also, I want to let you guys know that if you want to play Blackbriar earlier than everyone else, you can pre-order it. And the Year 3 Season Pass comes with instant and early access to Vortiger. The remaining 3 heroes that come with the Year 3 Season Pass, which are the Wulin, the Samurai, and the Viking. Also, you get elite outfits for each of those heroes, 30-day champion status, scavenger crates, and an exclusive effect. Now, this exclusive effect, it's on emotes as well, but this exclusive effect is really cool. I highly suggest getting it. It's like one of the coolest effects in the game. So yeah, guys, Season 9, the first part of the Year 3 Season Pass comes with Vortiger, starts on January 31st, alongside with the new map Harbor. So guys, if you like any of this stuff, if you are interested in buying, the links are in the description to pre-order the season pass for your choice of platform. And yeah, guys, huge shout out to Ubisoft for giving me this opportunity. And let's get right to the guide. All right, to start off with Blackbriar's chain attacks, we have the Harsh Requiem, which is a 2-hit chain attack that can be a string of either light to light, heavy or heavy, or you can switch it up to make a combination of light heavy or heavy to light. Following our chain attack is the Horizon Spin, which is basically Blackbriar's zone attack. It's kind of similar to Gladiator Zone in the sense that it's a bash attack, but basically Horizon Spin is a bash attack that confirms a light afterward, or it can be followed up with a heavy. Next up is the Tenebris Thrust. Hopefully I said that right, but basically this is a dashing forward heavy attack that also has superior block property. So this is just the dashing attack for Blackbriar. Alright guys, now we're moving on to the second bash attack of the Blackbriar, which is the Hawk's Charge. Now this move is done by just dashing forward and pressing guard break, similar to a Warlord Headbutt or a Conqueror Shield Bash. And this move, when it connects, it'll net you 20 damage because you can follow up with a light attack. You can also use this move right after you hit with a light opener. You can follow up with a bash to mix up your opponent. And if you land enough of these, your opponent will start dodging the bash after the light, and that'll leave them open to the undodgeable heavy finisher. Now moving on to the main gimmick of the character, and this is what sets the Blackbriar apart from every other hero in the roster, is the Bulwark Stance. Now this is very similar to the full guard for Ankh or the full guard for Warlord or Valkyrie, but this move is the foundation of Blackbriar. It gives you the access to two crucial moves. Bulwark Slash, which is an unblockable heavy that comes from the right side only, and secondly you get to use the Bulwark Counter. Now this move right here, it can counter any attack. That means any regular attacks like light to heavies, or even unblockables. And yes, even bash attacks such as Conk Bash, even Highlander Kick, Grab, all that stuff gets negated. Shinobi Slide, all of it. But this move is beaten by guard break, so be careful about soft feints. Also, a quick note, out of everyone in the cast, Nucia is the only one unaffected. Nucia's trap, to be specific, is the only thing unaffected by this counter. So please watch out when using it against Nucia, because you will get hit with the follow-up light if Nucia decides to throw a trap and then light you. If you use your counter, you will get hit by it. So Blackbriar has superior block on every single direction of his lights, which if done correctly, it will counter the opponent's attack. Note, this does not work on unblockable attacks. This is the same as Highlander's superior lights, same as Valkyrie's superior lights, and Warlords. So this acts also as a light opener, so you can follow up with another light, a heavy, or bash. So this is really good to use if you know your opponent is going to throw a heavy and you want to follow up with the counter move, the counter light, with a bash or another light or another heavy. It's really good tool. Another great thing about Bulwark Stance is that it can be used immediately after a block or when an attack lands. This is called Bulwark Recovery in the moveset. It can be used to stop combo heavy heroes like Aramusha, Berserker, and other characters that have intense combos. Basically what you can do is in the middle of their combo, if you block the initial attack, let's say you block a heavy, you can go straight into the counter. If they want to follow up with a light or something or another heavy, you can go right into the counter, so you can stop the combo heavy heroes. Also, the Bulwark Slash can be used to extend Harsh Requiem and add some pressure to the combo. So you, in the middle of your light and heavy combo, you can throw in an unblockable there to mix it up a little bit. So it's a really good tool. Another great defensive tool that Blackbriar has is the dodge block mechanic, which basically means whatever direction you dodge in, your guard will follow it. So if you dodge to the left, your guard will automatically be on the left, on the right, automatically to the right, and if you dodge forward, your guard goes automatically to the top. A great way to catch people with the bow is to try to feint your attacks, or you could try to whiff your attacks to make your opponent get a little bit more aggressive, so they'll throw out something without knowing that you can quickly recover into the Bulwark counter, and that will catch a lot of people off guard. So try that out when you're playing. Try to whiff your attacks, or just try to bait your opponent into doing their melee attacks, and you can counter just about instantly with your Bulwark counter after feinting or after whiffing. Alright, so now let's move on to the guard break punishes and the berry punishes in general. So starting off with guard breaks. Guard break leads into a side heavy, or if you get a wall splat from the guard break, you can get a top heavy. If you find your opponent out of stamina and you get the guard break, you can throw them in any direction and instantly follow up with a side light into a side heavy. Note, if you want to get the side light to side heavy, your guard has to be on the side. So it has to start on the side, throw them, get the side, and then the side light, then the side heavy. Boom. Now, if you get a light parry, moving on to parry punishes, if you get a light parry, you get a top heavy. If you get a heavy parry, you can either get a zone or a Hawk's charge, and then you can follow that up with a light for 20 damage. If your opponent's out of stamina and you parry their attack, you get a good solid 70 damage by just throwing out 2 heavies, preferably from the sides. Like I just throw out a side heavy, then another side heavy. Boom, 70 damage, just like that. And what makes this character so good is the out of stamina pressure that he has. Blackbriar literally has like one of the best out of stamina pressures we've seen. He can throw out a light, easily follow up with a bash, because when you land a light when someone's out of stamina, you can continue your chain. So boom, you can get a free 20 damage off a bash like that. Very good pressure. Or you can feint a heavy to bait a parry, because after some time, if they keep getting hit with the bash, they're going to try and parry the light. So you can just throw a heavy, or you can soft feint the heavy into a bash for 20 damage, and every time they get hit with a bash, they lose stamina, so it's going to be hard for them to get their stamina back. Or from neutral, you can just go straight into the Bulwark Slash for extra pressure, or add it in with your light combos. Or if you catch them dodging the bash after the light, you can follow up with a top heavy, and the top heavy will connect because it's undodgeable. So there's more. Even you can throw out just a regular Hawk's charge, and it has different timings, so you can do a quick one, you can do a delayed one, you can do an empty dodge and then guard break, you can do an empty dodge and then zone. There's so many things you can do out of stamina, and basically once you get your opponent out of stamina, they're pretty much dead. Like 9 times out of 10, unless they parry an attack out of stamina, you should kill them every single time while they're out of stamina. So this makes him one of the best in that regard. So guys, that about wraps it up for this guide. I hope you guys enjoyed. My closing thoughts are, this hero is just a beast. This hero is very good. If you had plans on maining this character, you're gonna love it. He's very, very strong. He really doesn't have too many downsides, not that I can think of. And he's great at countering top classes like Conk, Berserker. He pretty much can handle anybody in the game. Like, he can handle every matchup, in my opinion. Then again, this is just my initial thoughts. This is just like day one thoughts. Things could change. People could find out, you know, things that aren't good about him, or certain timings to deal with his things. But as of right now, I feel like he can handle anyone in the roster. So take that with a grain of salt, if you will. This hero to me is amazing. So if you plan on picking him up, you will not be disappointed. But guys, that's all I have for today. I'll catch you later.
Shadow.